Well, François Legault and the CAQ officially took power on Thursday, ushering in a new era of government in Quebec. One of the party's first priorities, as stated during the election campaign, to reduce the number of immigrants, but provide those who are coming here more support to integrate into the job market.
It's better to take less, come back to 40,000, but giving them, each of them, more services with Emploi Québec, make sure that they find a job. Give them more French lessons.
More French lessons. Well, McGill University doing just that. The Language and Intercultural Communication Unit of McGill's School of Continuing Studies has launched a new one-of-a-kind program to support allophones in becoming bilingual. It's called the Certificate of Proficiency in Professional Bilingual Communication. The goal, to provide students the linguistic and sociocultural competence necessary to attain their goals and achieve a high level of proficiency in both English and French, recognized by industry standards. And joining me now to discuss the program, Margaret Levy, Program Coordinator at the McGill University School of Continuing Studies. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
There's a lot to do in that program. It's a big challenge. Tell me about how it is so state-of-the-art and how you will be teaching this.
So the program consists of, as we've said, of two streams, English and French. And to be in the program, you need to be at an advanced level. It's a 30-credit program, so you need to be at an advanced level. But if not everyone, not all allophones are obviously at the same level in English and French. So we have a preparatory module. Our pedagogy is very stimulating. We really focus on everything that you would need for social and work goals. So we focus on idioms, on advanced vocabulary, looking at topical issues in Quebec, which is very important because most of our students, as you've mentioned, are newcomers. So this is a chance for students to really become engaged in Quebec culture.
It's so challenging to learn another language, and this, we're seeing with the election of the CAQ government this idea that after 3 years, if you don't know French, you're out, and it's very scary, I think, for a lot of immigrants who are coming here. How can this program teach them what they need in order to not just excel, but even stay in the province and learn another language?
Well, I think our program is unique not only in the fact that it's bilingual, but also in the fact that it really focuses on professional communication. So a student coming out of the program will get a McGill certificate attesting to their proficiency in both English and French, and basically that attests to the fact that they're ready to be in the workforce in English and French. And as an added bonus, our students also get to attend convocation and cross the stage and wear a gown and participate in everything that a McGill graduation is, which is lovely.
It's a 30-credit program.
Yes, it is.
Obviously, a student or their family has to pay for it, but
Yes.
there are bursaries and whatnot available through the government. Right?
There are, and as we know, because it's a credit program, tuition is frozen in Quebec. So university tuition in Quebec is very reasonable. And to make it even more reasonable, there are loans and bursaries, and this program is eligible for the Quebec Loan and Bursary Program. So a student can have access to those, if they're eligible on other levels, they can have access to loans and bursaries.
How much interest has there been? I know there are a ton of foreign students at McGill, at all the universities actually, in Montreal. Is there a ton of interest in this?
There's a lot of interest, not necessarily from foreign students at McGill, but more from, it is really more geared toward newcomers to the province. So it's people who have either just arrived or have been here for a while and realize that they really need to improve one or both of the two languages that are used in Quebec. We also have an English program and a French program. So basically this program came from the fact that we were seeing students who were either in the English program or the French program were taking courses in the other program as well.
Ah, I see.
So this sort of it came out of the fact that students were obviously recognizing this need themselves.
That they wanted this.
They wanted
So
both.
newcomers to Quebec, and I mentioned it's tough to learn this other language. How does the program target that? Now you said you have these preparatory courses for people
Yes.
to sort of get at least a bit of a proficiency in both languages?
Yes. So let's say someone has a higher level in English than French, they would be able to take preparatory lessons in French, preparatory courses to get themselves up to the same level. So we have courses going from absolute beginner to advanced, and the advanced level will get the person to the level of recognized industry standards. So according to the Canadian language benchmarks or the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, it'll attest to the fact that the student is at that level. Depending on where they start, it can take more time, obviously.
Right, but you bring them along from where they are when they come in. From where they are,
yes.
All right, and generally, how long does it take?
If a student entered at the advanced level, it would take a year.
Okay.
Because it's 30 credits. If they enter lower, it depends on how low they enter.
Right.
So it could take you 2 years.
But whatever level they're at, this is an option for them, and you would bring them along.
At whatever level, yes.
All right, terrific.
Yes.
It's a great idea, and we thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much.
For more Margaret Levy, by the way, from McGill University, and for more information on the program, you can go to mcgill.ca/continuing studies.